But it's okay to stay kneeling for beginning level. You can just stay right on your knees. But what you try to do to add something to that is you try to come up on the feet with the knees up off the ground. But for the first level, you can stay here, but make sure you bend your toes back. That's it.
And then you do the hunch.
The hunching is to reverse your back. Sometimes they call that the cat's back posture, where you round the back or hunch it. And this one is the horse. That's where you're like a horse's back that's sagging. Like when they get old, you know how their backs sag down? You're trying to really sag your back down in the middle. So just like a horse, the way their back sags down. You try to visualize your center back going down, you know, like that. That's why you want to go that way. And when you're doing the bear, you're in the same pose, except that's all this way, so you keep the spine really straight so you can move side to side very earthy. See, that's the difference. Even though they look similar, they're a little different emphasis on different areas of the body. But they're all, those three poses are all based on keeping that ball of the foot to the ground, because you could be able to just move or lunge forward then. So when you got your feet there, you're able to move forward, see, with the posture. So if you're in this position, say the horse pose or the bear pose like this, and then you were going to go frog, you'd be ready for the next movement. That's why when you take the feet from this position, you're getting the toes to really bend, which is very good for you. And then normally when you change the toe position to straight like that, that would be like if you're sitting back into this one, or if you're here and you're going to come up to this one side. So the foot position is depending on what you're going to flow to in the next pose. So that determines why your feet are either straight back or curled one way. But the very important part about curling the toes is you want the toes to go back so that you clear all the collection of arthritis that builds up in the toe areas. No, it isn't really. It's only about your own personal growth in each pose, and it's not at all about how pretty a posture looks. They shouldn't be judged for beauty. You do them and you'll feel wonderful from doing it afterwards. Even if you say, I'm looking terrible in these poses, you're going to feel a huge change in your body's energy and flow and improvement of health. Good. I'm glad to hear that. But sometimes I see one person's deeper into a pose and everyone says, oh, I'm like this, I don't look right, you know. But it's not about looking right in it. It's about your flow. But it's like a byproduct. The longer you do it, the more you keep growing and growing and growing. And you can't help that. That's the byproduct, being able to do really fancy-looking postures. And that's just holding them and growing into more and more levels of each pose. That just comes from time. And point your feet straight up from right here. So you've got left to right gently, right? Now watch from here. Just bring your legs and go that way, straight up with the feet. Now as you take the legs and feet, keeping them straight, look up at your feet and just bring your legs back as far as you can, but when you feel your tailbone coming up a bit, then that's pretty much it. Just stop there and let them relax. See? So that it's just relaxing that way, that's it. Okay, and then you can open up the legs about, say from here you can go like this as wide as you want, and just relax again, see, back slightly. If you feel better, you can reach up and grab your ankles if you want to. You don't need to though, but just relax. That's it. What you want to do here is arch up into it just slightly. So from here, just give yourself a slight lift like that only, see? Right here, see? Cross like that. And then the top one is here, over the bottom, and the top over the other side like that, see?
Like that.
That's the lion pig posture. You bring your cheek or head to the mat, see?
Why is there a posture called the line? Does it stretch something?
It helps your shoulders and hips here. And then you do it to the other side. You just roll on your back to the other side like that, see? Here, say you're one way, you just change by going the other way like that, see? And what that lets you do, I could go right into the double root posture, watch. See? That's the purpose of those transitions. It gets you to go to another posture where you flow over. And then just feel everything we did today blending, like your energy's flowing smooth and you feel relaxed. And you feel calm like a lake. Very, very calm energy, and yet you feel like you've got the ability to move fluidly. Thank you for coming in today. You're welcome.
Thank you, Paulie.
You're welcome. I hope you had fun with it.
That was excellent.
Good.